pleasure with him in the green room, but I think it's time now to get my next guest out. Will you please welcome the one, the only, the incredible Denzel Washington. It's a thrill. It's a thrill for me to have you back here. Just get a two-shot here. Get a two-shot here. Look at that. Is that not the very definition of eye candy, ladies? Hi, it's great to have you back.
My pleasure.
You're back here in Europe for holiday or for filming?
Both. I was with the family in France and Italy and Spain for about 3 weeks, and Prague we went to, and then I went home for a week, and then I came back to pay for the trip.
Oh, yes.
promoting Pelham 1.
So you're back here for the movie now, which
yeah.
Which we're going to get to, because I've said should we please just someone to talk to?
No, she said she's done.
Okay, yeah, you know, because it's hard to think of going back to that stage when they're tiny, lovely though it is. Okay, Denzel is back in town because there's a brand new big action movie coming out, and it couldn't have a better cast because you've got Denzel opposite the fabulous John Travolta in this film, and it's great seeing you guys work with each other, spar off each other. How much of an influence on you accepting the part was his involvement in the project?
I actually suggested him.
So you were already signed on for it?
I was signed on, and the first person I thought of was John. I'd never worked with John, and I didn't really know him well. In fact, my wife knows him better than me. And
is there a story there we should get into here?
No, you know, really a sweet, sweet man, and you know, we filmed this last year before this terrible tragedy that he had in his family. But we just had a lot of fun, and he loves to sing songs, and you know, because in the story we talked to each other over a microphone, and he over a walkie-talkie. So the first 3 weeks I was on camera, and he was in his dressing room doing just the voice.
Oh, she did it that way?
Yeah,
well, let's just start, because people might know, this is a remake of a film, and it's substantially different to the original, which I think is a good thing, because I love the original, and so I thought, well, is it right they remake it? But they've made it so different that it feels like an entirely different film. But the core is pretty much the same. We should explain who you play in it and who John plays in it and what's going on.
I play a guy who's overweight. I put on 40 pounds for the film, and took it off, I think.
Yeah, no, but you look great. But you look pretty good. You can carry the weight, so you kind of got away with it.
It's called bigger clothes.
Yeah, but so how did that feel, carrying that extra bulk around?
Like an extra 40 pounds. Yeah. But getting there was such fun.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, man. Milkshakes, hamburgers, you know. Middle of the night, a little Haagen-Dazs, whole pint. Oh, anything I wanted, just eat.
And what would you wear around the house to be comfortable? Not that I'm quite that big, but I feel sweat gathers under here and sometimes in the folds at the back of my knees. And I found an all-in-one sheet with a hole cut in the top. Is cooling. Did you go for the muumuu?
I should have. I should have.
A poncho, perhaps?
A poncho, yeah, a tent.
And how did your wife react to you bulking up like this? What did she say about it?
She was okay with it.
She didn't mind cuddly?
I think every wife wants their husband to be plump and, you know, fatten them up. You know, I noticed she doesn't eat. She cooks all this food for me, but she doesn't eat it.
Do you think they make you fat so that you won't roam?
Take you off the market,
That's what it is.
Yeah, I think there's some, I don't know. What do you think, gents? Is there something to that?
Yeah.
Ladies? See?
They're all blinded by us. We're too glamorous.
No, but that's you know, my wife is, she's a traditional, you know, she's a great wife. You know, they say behind every great man is a great woman. Well, my wife's in front of me. I'm following her. She's a great cook, and I remember one time she wanted to hire a chef. I'm like, for who? You ain't cooking for me. Because she's a great cook, and you know,
well, that's a lovely thing for her to hear, I bet. I mean, what? Well, you say, no, we don't need a chef, you're the best cook.
No, I'm not eating anybody else's food.
That's fantastic.
My wife.
You're quite, I get the feeling, and I may be wrong, I get the feeling that not necessarily in terms of party politics or good, but you're quite a political person. Quite a connected person, quite an involved person.
Well, you know, I'm for trying to make things better. I mean, I look at it like this, you know, I even say it in the movie. You never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. You know, you can't take it with you. Yeah. And be it money, talent, patience, love, whatever your gift is, you can't take it with you. So what are you going to do with it when you're here? Who have you lifted up? Who have you made better? Who have you helped out? Not how much do you have, but what you have. Some people have love, some have patience, some have money, some have fame. Whatever your talent is, we all have something. help your fellow man. I mean, that's the way I look at it. At the end of the day, none of us are perfect. You know, none of us are angels, but you do the best you can with what you have.
That's what a marvelous sentiment. That's very rare. It's a lovely thing. I've heard this rumour, and I can see why this rumour would circulate. There's talk that maybe they will be making a film on the life of the new President of the United States, Barack Obama, and that your name has been thrown in the ring as the lead candidate to play him. And indeed, he said that he would like you to play him.
Yeah, what happened was, from what I gathered, that they interviewed him.
Well, there's a photograph there where you... Well, I'll be honest with you, and I don't mean to disrespect the President, but you're... Now, what are you doing there, Denzel?
He's got bigger ears than me. No, he actually said that, actually. I'm just saying, just saying what the President said.
Well, he's given an impression there what you might look like with the President's ears.
You see?
It doesn't work. You look like someone out of Star Trek there with those ears. I think the man who's got the ears, of course, will be this actor right here. This is the guy.
Smith?
Yeah. Look at those lugs.
Yeah, there you go.
They're even big. Well, they're very similar there.
They kind of match, don't they?
Okay.
No, he actually mentioned myself and Will, and he actually jokingly said Will because their ears were similar.
But would you do it if the part came out? I mean, I guess it's early in his presidency for you to want to...
The story's not told yet.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have a story to tell. I mean, he's got enough on his plate than to be worrying about...
To worry about you. But
yeah.
it seems like that story is certainly going to be worth telling, doesn't it, at the moment?
One day. You know, I played some real characters before, real people before, but it was 25 years after...
A long time after they stopped being that person.
I think you need some time.
Yeah. It's an exciting time, though, to be in America, though, isn't it?
Every day's an exciting time to me. To be on this side of the grass is exciting. You know what I mean? Just to be on this side of the grass is good. I mean, there's a hopefulness. Yeah. You know, he's pushing the agenda. He's shaking up the cabinet in the House of Representatives and the Senate. He's shaking things up. He's actually said to the rest of the world, hey, we like to talk. Imagine that. There's a novel idea.
And he's also saying, we're not perfect now, and we weren't perfect, and we've made mistakes, which people didn't acknowledge before, did they?
Yeah, you know, I mean, we had a rough 8 years before him. Yeah. I mean, I give President Bush credit for keeping, or President Cheney, whichever one it was, credit for keeping the country safe, but he kind of isolated us from the rest of the world. I mean, I travel a lot, and it was embarrassing.
Have you been to the Oval Office? Have you visited since Barack Obama has become president?
I've been invited, but I haven't gone yet because everybody's been bum rushing the place. You know, everybody wants to be there. Oh, we take it. I see every other day somebody else is there. Yeah. He's got enough on his plate. He invited me. I was so honored. He asked me to do two things. They had a big concert at the Lincoln Memorial, and he asked me to open the show, which was like 2 million people or whatever. Yeah. And then at his first inaugural ball, he asked me to introduce the First Lady for the first time, and introduce their first dance.
That's exciting.
And I was like, that's a long way for a kid from Mount Vernon, New York, and I'm like, the President of the United States. That's not too bad.
But he'll get bored of you soon.
Yeah. I think it's starting to happen already. And he invited me to come play basketball with him.
What? No.
Now, yeah, he says, you know.
No, but what's the protocol there? Because you can't beat him. You're not allowed to beat the
hell out of him. You can't. Boom! Take that. Take that. I'll crush him like a grape.
Can I ask you, please? You've never worked with Quentin, have you?
No, he's never hired me.
Quentin?
He's never hired me.
Quentin, what's the problem with you? What's wrong with you? Why have you not ever written a film for Denzel?
I haven't been that lucky.
Okay. Well, are you going to do one now?
It would be my honor, and I'm really not just saying that. I think he is one of the best actors in the world.
Although I don't think the Barack Obama story would be safe in your hands. I don't know if that's the one we want to bring you guys together on that. That's asking for trouble, isn't it?
Oh, man.
It's so nice to have you back. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You must come back on if you're in town again. I'd love to have you here again, if you wouldn't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great movie. Go see The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. It's out next Friday if you get the chance. Mr. Denzel Washington. Thank you. Great. Thank you so much. Terrific fun. Thank you.